Hi everyone, welcome to Anxiety After Hours, episode 8.
Number 8.
Number 8.
That's 8 weeks you guys have been with us. And if you haven't been with us and you're new, welcome. Welcome in.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll get straight to the point because I don't like when people do like long intros. Like, girl, get to the point. Like, I want to know.
No, literally. So stop talking. Just kidding.
Alrighty, so this is gonna be the first episode of October. So first episode of spooky season. It's already fall season when we're filming this. So
oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys are watching the YouTube channel, which I know most people do, we have a new setup.
I know. Yeah, it's so
spooky.
Amazing. We're debating on actually decorating just because.
It'd be tough. Yeah, like it's expensive out here. But I think we did it like perfectly. This is so like, it's the first season of spooky season. And I'm just excited for everything.
And if you aren't able to check it out on YouTube, visual warning, trigger warning, we have spiders on our wall.
We do have spiders. Don't be scared.
I know. I don't like spiders.
she's like panicking as she's here.
Okay, so this one, I wrote up this episode, and we're going to get started on our cigarette break.
Yes.
So this little, not cigarette break, icebreaker, sorry.
Yes.
So, Hunty, for our icebreaker, what are your top 3 favorite Halloween-related or costume looks that you've seen so far?
Okay, this first one, so basic, but I just love it. I love a good angel.
Really?
I love a good, especially like, it's like totally like, I don't know. I feel like you see a lot of twinks wearing it, but like it eats. It eats depending on who's doing it. But I just think if they do it right, it's like angelic. I love the wings. I love just like the all white. It's just like cute. Or the little devil ones too.
Yeah.
Those ones always eat too with the all black. I just think, I don't know. They're very like basic, but like they give. And then you said 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think my other one, probably a vampire. I love a
That
good
one,
vampire look. Like rather if it's a girl or guy, whoever, like I love those too.
I was a vampire in my past Halloween clip. I'll insert a clip.
Insert a picture. It's giving. No, what about you though?
So Halloween looks wise, I love when people just like they go all out, but I love when they do like horror movie characters. So my favorite this year was like American Psycho. Like, oh my gosh, it eats like I would wear that on the day to day. And then favorite activity I would say is like watching scary movies during spooky season. Like it's dark, you get all your snacks. So yeah, and just like watching all your scary movies and everything.
Yeah, okay, wait, you're right. Oh, I forgot to mention activity.
Yeah.
I feel like my activity would be probably like scary movies too, or carving pumpkins. I don't love carving pumpkins, but I do like once I'm done like seeing it, like all the progress, I'm like, I love it. So cute. But it's so much work and it's kind of nasty, like the texture inside.
Yeah.
Oh, heck no. It's all like slimy and I'll like have to like
people make
use your
pumpkin
fingers.
seeds. I just throw out the pumpkin guts.
Yeah.
Like I don't make pumpkin seeds, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, I've only done it like 1 year, but like.
Was it good?
Pumpkin seeds are pretty good, but it's like, is it worth it? Probably not. Like, it's just kind of like, maybe it's just the way we cooked them, but it just kind of tasted like burnt with a little salt on it.
And a little seasoned burntness.
Like a little, No, literally.
Oh my gosh. Also, my favorite Halloween looks are anytime someone does like Monster High. Because you know it's like the thrift baddies who do it. Or like just baddies in general. Like they're going to go all out.
Yes.
They're the one people you know you can't fuck up that costume.
No, deadass. Especially that one, I forget her name, but she's a Monster High and she's like the Ice Queen. When people like recreate that look, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I only know like
the main baddies.
Claudette, like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I was a Frankenstein gal.
Were you?
I love Frankenstein.
That show actually was so giving. Like that show was
I had like a little Monster High club back in elementary school.
No way.
It was like pretty fun. Like we
fun.
all assigned roles. Like who was who.
You said
we were
no,
like
I'm
gatekeepers. Like I cannot see you in any Jackie Laura merch.
No, you're literally like, this is my girl. This is my bitch.
Yeah, I was like evil.
I rep my hoe wherever I go. No, I love that. That's so funny. I feel like when we were like kids, we all like did like little things like that where like it was serious. Like you misbehaved, it's on sight on the playground.
Yeah.
Like,
don't even get me started on my little rainbow balloon business.
Oh shit. Or not even rainbow balloon, but also did you ever have the duct tape people in your school?
I wanted to be them so bad.
Right? They're like making like wallets and stuff. What do I need a wallet for? Like I'd put like my little like gift cards I'd receive, but like
literally, I went to a yard sale and I bought like a $10 duct tape wallet with the. Yes. I only had $10, so I bought that wallet with nothing to put in it.
She's like,
I got my ass beat by my parents. They were like, "Why would you waste your money on that? Like, I can make you one at home." It's like the gray duct tape. Like what?
No, like dead ass. But like something, if you like pulled up to class and like casually like pulled that out or something, or you're like at a little like birthday party or something, you like pull it out. Oh, you're cool. Yeah. You're different. You're cool.
Like,
so
bye.
Funny. Bye. It's like it's so crazy. Like, now it's like a full Lululemon wallet. Like you have
to have the Louis Vuitton like couch.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love those though. Monster High is definitely in. I think even just anything like Bratz related.
Oh my gosh,
Eats definitely.
This year's gonna be Dress to Impress.
Dress to Impress. I know. I'm actually really excited to see what people are gonna like wear this year. Like I feel like the past couple of years people have been wearing the same thing. You know,
I'm gonna be honest. Like I love Halloween, but I stopped dressing up because like I don't have plans.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go.
Let's change that.
Are you asking about on a date? Like cut before you could change your mind. Like let me just change the topic before you change your mind. I'm gonna text him like, what about our date?
What about it? No, we're gonna go. We're gonna go and we'll maybe film a little vlog. Maybe not too much. Maybe a little TikTok.
I know, I gotta go on a good date, guys. I've yet to find one.
That we should do a full episode about like dating one day.
Merch, I have I'm gonna cut this out.
Okay, wait.
Actually, no, it's kind of long, so I'll tell you later.
Okay, wait, tell me later. Okay, period.
Okay, so now, I don't know if you heard, we got mail.
We got mail.
And this one is kind of intense. I'm sorry, like I had to pick it out. Like, this is kind of juicy.
I'm excited.
So,
I'm excited for this one.
I don't know how to feel. Like, I feel like I predict this will go, like, angel, devil. Like, some of us will advocate for them. Some of us will be like, no, like, don't. Okay, so, the mail says, help, I'm very jealous and it's taking up my mind. I don't know what to do about it. My boyfriend is in a different city and I'm in my hometown. He has a girl coworker that he hangs out with that he assures me they are just friends and I trust him. But in pictures they seem pretty touchy. My gut tells me to run. What should I do?
Ooh.
I know.
That one's a tough one. I think because it's like one of those things where it's like, is it my insecurity or is this like a gut feeling? But like they said it's a gut feeling.
Yeah.
Okay,
and like listen to your body.
Yeah, because that changes my answer because if you have a gut feeling, it's one of those things where like you know what to do.
Yeah.
Even if it hurts, you know, like, but if you have that gut feeling, it won't go away until you like answer it or like really think deeply about it.
Yeah. And I'm not really like, I don't think I'm a PDA gal. I mean, you never know unless you try it.
Yeah, true.
We could try it, hunty.
Anyways. No, just kidding.
My advice to this girl is to just ditch them. Oh, actually, no. Obviously, you gotta have a heart-to-heart. But, like, if you guys aren't seeing any, like, I think reasonably it's okay to leave them. Because, like, you set a boundary saying you're uncomfortable with them, like, doing all this and that. Or, like, just being with each other all the time. And he goes, yeah, nothing to worry about. It's not, if I were her, like, I would be like, it's not like I don't trust you.
Yeah.
But, like, how does that convey to people who don't know you?
Exactly.
People who don't know me. People don't know you actually have a girlfriend. You got me looking like a buffoon.
No, for real. Okay, you're right. Because now I'm, like, actually, like, listening to the whole, like, story. Like, I'm, like, actually thinking about it. And definitely have a heart-to-heart. But if you continue to, like, do that after you, like, confess that you, like it made you uncomfortable or anything, you know, and you've truly expressed that, and he continues to be like, don't worry about it. Like, I feel like there should be a little bit more where he's just like, you know what? I understand that that's a boundary. And, like, if you really love someone, you're going to, like, listen to that and be like, okay. You know, like, even if, I don't know. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, because
like,
there are going to be, like, relationships where the guy's like, I don't like your guy best friend. Like, if a guy I just met said he didn't like Hunty, like, he's out. Hunty's in. But, like, the thing is, this is a coworker. This is not like, oh, my God, I've known them so long. Like, I've known them longer than you. Like,
like, you can just, like, I don't know, like, if leave work at work, like, make it like
let's
not
set
like
a boundary.
that.
Like, would you want me to hang out with a guy coworker, or like, would you want me to hang out with guy friends that you don't know that kind of make you uncomfortable? Like, you see the intention, like girl to girl, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, no, that's also like that coworker is weird too, because I feel like why would you be doing that? Like, why would you be doing all that? Like, it's just like kind of like.
It's a personal me thing, but anytime my friend has a significant other, like, if they text me, I'm sending them a screenshot to, like, my friend about what they said. Like, I don't want your man, like,
literally, like, you keep him.
I'm not flirting, like, dead ass. Or, like...
No, dead ass. That's so true. Yeah.
I personally couldn't, like, knowing a person's in a relationship, like, I don't want you to ever think my intentions are going the wrong way.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's my personal boundary. Like, I would agree. Just set him, like, I don't want you to ever think this and that.
I agree. So, yeah, I think just listen to your intuition, have that heart-to-heart, and if he's continuing to act like that, then, like, girl, like, trust me, there's plenty of other fishes in the sea.
Yeah. Trust. So, you are valid for wanting to set a boundary, and if your boyfriend is just not wanting to cooperate with that boundary or just constantly crosses that line, I think it's time to say goodbye. My future husband would never. Yeah. My future husband would be like, okay, she's dropped. Like, I'm sorry I even looked at her in the first place.
Yeah, literally.
Like my future. Start telling yourself that. Be like, would my future husband do this and this?
And if the answer is no, you just lost 100 aura points.
He's bringing you down. But yeah, so that's our advice.
Yeah, that's my advice on that.
So yeah, next, that wasn't a lot, but... Yeah, let's take a little sticker break. So, this one is actually, I feel like this one will be kind of like a longer sticker break because I was on Instagram, or I don't know where I was today. I really don't know.
She's like, I was everywhere.
But there is this guy, I saw people talking about this subject. We're going to talk about the lamp theory. I don't know if you guys have heard what it is, but if you guys have and don't really want to hear our point of view, you could just skip to the dive deep. Because this is really interesting.
No, she talked about it, and I think I have heard a little bit about it, but I'm excited for you to, like, go into it.
So, we'll see how good my storytelling skills are.
Let's hear it.
I get sidetracked a lot. So, the lamp theory was written by a guy who experienced it, I guess, and then he submitted that post on Reddit. Okay. So, it goes like this. This guy... We'll just put a name so it's easier. So, Ben. Ben is the main character of this story. So, Ben was walking. He's in college. He's walking to class. And on the way to class, like, this jock just shoves him to the ground so hard he hits his head on the concrete. He's like, ooh. And then he gets up. He goes to class and he meets this girl. Okay. And then he falls in love with the girl. He graduates college. He gets his job. He's still with that girl. They get married. And they have twins, like a boy and a girl. Like, he's living the best life. Yeah. Like, he got up, dusted his pants.
He's like, nothing's wrong.
Exactly. He was just like, yeah, life is great.
Yeah.
As one should, right?
Right.
Anyways, one day, he sees his lamp, and he's just fixated on it. There's just something odd about it. So every day, he's checking that lamp out. Every day, he's doing this, doing that, looking at the lamp. And then one day, like, the lamp just wasn't real. It was, like, really pixelated or something like that. And then
that's weird.
Like he wakes up and he's that college student on the concrete. Like, he got knocked out, went to another dimension, lived a full 10 years of life, like a specific life that felt so real. And then he just blinked and woke up back to present time when he was just shoved down in the concrete by the guy.
That's crazy. So I've heard something like similar about that. And it's like, it just really makes you think, because, like, this was, like, based off of, like, a true story, right? Like, this was, like, someone, like, saying this happened to them. Allegedly.
I don't know. I didn't even see the Reddit post. I just, like, did a deep dive like, looking at things about the post. So, I don't know how accurately I told it, but I'm pretty sure that's the gist of it.
Yeah, okay. No, I've definitely, like, heard a similar story or something, like, just like that. And it, like, gets you really thinking about, like, how powerful, like, our minds are and, like, where, like, our brain can take us. Because, like, even with people that do have, like, these serious, like, injuries, like, rather they got, like, this concussion and all of a sudden they learned how to do, like, speak 7 languages. Have you, like, heard of, like, things like that?
Well, someone I know, they got like a really bad traumatic brain injury, and they woke up and just became an artist.
Yeah.
And he's a famous artist.
Yeah, it's like things like that where like that's what this story reminds me of, is like the ability of like, in his mind, you know, he created this like entire life, and then you wake up and it's just like when we dream, you know, like we have this entire life and it feels so real, but like in our dreams we know we're dreaming usually. I feel like I usually do. But then and then he just like wakes up and then it's like back to like reality. It's just like the idea of like when people get concussed or like hit their head, it's like your mind just takes you to this just like different place, and it feels like it's just, I don't know.
But the thing is, like,
I don't know where I was going with that,
but I think it's weird because he was like knocked out and then he woke up. Like it's like
right.
literally within like 3 hours, I'd say, or if not half a day, because he still walked up and went to class.
Right.
So like he dreamt a whole like 10-year span within like that snap of a finger. But this is like is one topic to like think like that's the way the brain works. But like it's another. Do you think like there are other universes and stuff?
Oh,
because I think like anything is possible. Like I've never lived life. If I have, I don't remember living past lives. I also believe in that too. I think that could be a thing. Mm-hmm. But I also think there are like different universes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's actually really interesting because that brings my like mind to a different place where like it could be the whole like brain thing, but like true, like what if he just kind of like tapped into that energy of like a new reality, you know? And then
and it's so depressing to think about if you like just keep thinking about it, because I was thinking about it the whole day. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm really content with my life. Like what if I just
like if something happens, like where would your life go type of thing?
Or no, like I was just thinking like what if one day we're just sitting here and all of a sudden I just disappear and like I'm 6 years old again and I just got concussed. Right. Like I'm laying on the ground and I just got up, dusted my
you're
pants.
Like, is this the dream? Like
like is this lamp fake?
Oh, stop it right now. Why are they pixely? I'm just kidding. Imagine. And then like video starts glitching. I'm like, wake up, you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
We start looking at the camera saying, you're in a simulation. You're in a simulation.
Stop, we're like sending messages. We're like, run. No, that's crazy.
So weird?
That's actually weird, scary, all the above. But like really cool. Though.
You were taken to different theories. Like your initial thought was just like, wow, like the mind works.
Mind, right.
Like you could unlock so many things with your mind. And then mine was like just time jumping. Like I watched Interstellar and then I watched, what was it? Inception recently, both by the same director or producer, and those are just mind-boggling films too. I feel like that theory, or like I don't know if it's a theory, that story really resonates with those movies. Like this go hand in hand. Like watching them and rereading about that, just like literally the worst thing you could do, because now I'm spiraling. I'm like, what is real?
What's real?
What's in a simulation? What is a simulation?
No, literally.
Like, are we in the Truman Show?
Like that. No, that shit, like sometimes I like think about that. Like it like makes your like mind go to like weird places, but it's also like really cool and interesting to think about. Like you really never know. Like we just be living life being like, I don't know, but like we just do it, you know.
And follow up.
Yeah.
While we're here, so I said like, what if I just like from this moment to like you just wake up and you're 6-year-old dusting your pants.
Right.
If you had the chance, would you continue living this life, or would you jump back to when you were 6?
I would live the life I'm living now.
Same.
The reason why is because I feel like, also maybe this is like a self-love thing now, but like I've truly learned to love like myself, and like I feel like going back, it's like a different me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I feel like who I am right now is like this like me. You know? I know. Like, I don't want to get rid of him. Like, we worked too hard to get here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't want to sound, like, too emotionally, like, attached or whatever, because I'm not. But, like, I don't want to risk not meeting you.
I know.
Or, like, any of my other friends. Like, that's just so sad. The idea, like, I could misstep redoing my life to, like, correct past mistakes would lead me a different path to not meet you or other people. Because I feel like you guys have changed my life, where, like, I'm like glad this is where I'm at mentally and physically, where like I don't even want to look back at what could have been.
Exactly. Like that's how I feel too. It's just like if you like were to like I don't know, like, go back to your 6-year-old self, like, who's to say, like, we would meet? Who's to say you would have, like, even, like, all the, like, crazy experiences in life, like, it all led you to, like, where you're at now, and I think that's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, like, even if your mind said, fine, hunty, no, like, you're not going to meet organically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I went back to 6-year-old with this mind, holy fuck, like, it's over. But, like, still, like, imagine if someone,
It's
can you imagine
over.
if a stranger went up to you like, oh my god, Hunter, Hunty, like, I'm your best friend.
And
Remember?
you're
like, who the fuck are you?
I said,
Why
bitch,
are
you
you a
bonked
stalker?
your head.
Girl, wake up, you're innocent.
Wake up, wake up. Imagine.
Can you imagine someone starts saying that to you? Like,
I would cry. I think I'd be like, instant tears. Like, what do you mean?
I'm like, just vote, just vote, just vote.
Just vote.
Just vote.
That would be terrifying. That actually is really... Speaking of Interstellar, I really want to watch that movie.
It's really... You have to be locked in to watch it. What is
Okay.
it, like 3 hours long?
Yeah, I heard it's a long movie, but it just has that soundtrack that, like, went viral on TikTok, and I'm like... Dun, dun,
No, it's really trippy. It's really trippy. I really enjoyed it. I watched it, like, a few times.
Oh my gosh. I need to watch it.
But yeah, it's
Interesting.
really nice. I like it.
Mhm.
But yeah, you have to lock in. Same thing with
Okay.
Inception. Like, I didn't really lock into that movie until I locked in because the first couple times, like, I just kept going in and out. Like, I watched it before bed in parts. Like, it just didn't click.
Yeah, it just wasn't hitting
I was
the
too
same.
dumb. I was like, oh, what's going on?
He said,
That.
wait.
But yeah, that was the land.
That's a crazy theory. So think about that, you guys. Like, wake up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. Like, you're fine.
Wake up, wake up.
Just kidding, you guys. You're fine.
Start putting like the little Amber Alert sound.
No. You're crazy for that.
Oh, just kidding, just kidding. Okay, but diving deep, like, I just want to I think one of my resolutions to this podcast is to have, like, a greater depth of knowledge. I don't know what to say. Like,
Yeah.
I want to just think on a deeper level than I do now.
Mm-hmm.
Because part of me is just like, oh my god, like, you are killing it. You're thinking so deep. Like, you already know it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, like, I want to know more.
Yeah.
You know? I want to, like, be professional. I want to give actual good advice that anyone can take, not just a certain group. So that's what I'm challenging myself
I love it.
to this podcast. Because I feel like we touch surface levels, but our talks go deeper when they're unfiltered, not recorded.
I know. I agree. I love that. I think that's a really good goal. I think me too. I think that's my goal, is to really, like, get deeper in, like, all our conversations.
Yeah.
And I have noticed, like, we've definitely, like, untapped a little bit more, where I feel a little bit more comfortable. Because it's, like, off camera, I feel like we get really deep. But sometimes when you put a camera on everything, sometimes it, like, I don't know why, it makes you, like, shy. Like,
I know, for real.
I'm
Like, I kind of want to talk about my mental health, but, like, oh, it's why is that triggering?
No, we gotta, once we get on that level, besties, we'll really go in deep.
We're gonna build this relationship.
We're
not
gonna,
just
we're taking it one
fade
step
our
at a
tears.
time. Like, no deadass. Okay, yeah, but
yeah, anyways, sorry, I got really sidetracked because I just want to, like, manifest to the universe, say it out loud, like, this is what I want. But anyways, so for the diving deep, this section, I really want to go into empathy.
Yeah.
Because being an empathetic person having empathy is amazing. But it sucks. It really sucks. Especially, like, when you don't even prioritize your own feelings from the get-go.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think empathy, in a way, is, like, obviously, it's, like, something that's very important in everyone's lives, and everyone should have empathy, like, just for yourself and for those around you, of course. But I think there definitely needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes, especially if you're, like, come from, like, a people-pleasing background, and just, like, that's something that, like, your personality is very much catered to everyone, empathy sometimes could be, like, your worst enemy, because you stop forgetting about yourself a lot. And you're just, like, so in it. Kind of like what we were talking about in the last episode about, like, disappointing others. I think it's the idea of, like, sometimes you, like, are going to disappoint others when, like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, where I'm going with that?
Because, like, when you're a people pleaser, you can't help but feel others' emotions before your own. Because you're trying to make sure everyone around you is having a good time before you can.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, I want to make sure they're doing this and this. Like, I'm letting them down. Like, what can I do? What last bit of myself can I give to make them not disappointed? To make myself not feel like a burden. And, like, being a people pleaser and a very empathetic person is the worst combo. And I'm sorry to all of you who have that or who are going through that. Like, girl, seek help. Just kidding. I'm joking.
Our sponsor today is BetterHelp. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but like, actually,
yeah,
it sucks. It really does suck. Because, like, I don't know. Like, I struggle with that. And I'm just now coming to terms. Like, on the drive to work today, I was like, fuck, like, I really hate. It was a certain food that I didn't like, that I just stopped eating. But I used to eat as a kid all the time just because it made people happy. I stopped eating because, okay, my brothers, they're selective eaters. Yeah. They're not, like, too picky, but they're selective.
Totally.
So it makes it hard at home sometimes because there's 3 kids and, like, 2 adults. Right. So my mom would make everything my brothers like.
Right.
And then she would make some, like, specific Filipino dishes for, like, the adults. But I would just eat whatever. To the point where, like, I didn't even know what my favorite foods were until I could afford my own food.
Right.
Because, like, I was just catering to everyone around me. Like, I never voiced out what I liked, what I didn't like. I know my mom would have made food that I liked.
Totally.
But, like, it wasn't until, like, recently I just said, I don't like peas. I fucking hate peas. I didn't know that until age 21 that I hated peas. Yeah. Because I was just eating it, and I wasn't enjoying anything because I was doing everything for everyone. Like, I was living for other people instead of myself.
That's such a good example of, like, how we put others, like, before ourselves in that case, because we're like, oh, well, I don't want to add to be, like, a burden. Like, even though that's, like, not, but, like, we just think about it that way, you know, of course, about now actually once you come to the awareness of, like, oh, shoot, I don't have to cater to everyone. Like, I can just, like, do what I want to do, and that's completely okay.
Yeah. Like, if you're a picky eater, I honestly salute you because you could voice your opinions. Like, that's a greater strength that I don't know. I'm still trying to learn it.
Wait, why is that real? No, period.
Like, that's why, like, I'm always open to, like, adjusting, catering to people around me. But there's an extent. Yeah. To the point you're going to lose yourself if you're just doing things for people. Like, one day you're going to wake up, you're all alone, and you're going to be like, I don't even know how to love myself properly. I don't know how to do self-care because you never took time to step out and do things for yourself or do things because you wanted to. If you're empathetic, like, if you're really overly empathetic, like, you're not selfish for thinking about yourself.
Exactly. I think a really good example is think about it, like, in a family aspect. Just to give, like, an example. Say, like, your entire life you're always, like, trying to give yourself to them. You know, like, whatever they want goes, because, like, it'll cause less tension, less trauma, etc. You know, and now you're older, and so now you kind of, like, sometimes you need to look out for yourself a little bit more because you're an adult, you know, and you gotta just, like, take care of that. And then, like, being able to just, like, saying no, and then, like, understanding that someone's gonna be mad but doing it anyways, to just, like, have more empathy for yourself. And, like, you don't always have to cater to everyone. Like, sometimes it's okay to, like, get that feeling of disappointment, letting someone down. Like, that's okay. That's, like, part of being human. Like, it's completely okay. And I think in these situations it's really important to kind of, like, turn down the empathy a little bit, because the more you give to everyone else, you also have to think about, like, what about you? Because at the end of the day, the relationship you have with yourself is so important, and you're gonna start having resentment too. And I feel like that's, like, such, like, a hard thing when you're always doing for everything for everyone else. You're gonna start resenting them, and you don't want that. So to really, like, keep the relationship pretty good, I think it's important for you to say no, for the other people to say no, and just having that, like, openness of conversation, you know?
Yeah. Because empathy, it's a powerful tool. Like,
it is.
It's amazing to have empathy for other people and just feel for them. And it could really connect you to people. Yeah. But given to the wrong person, it's not a tool. It's a weapon used against you. It's turned into vulnerability. Right. People, like, a lot of grimy people out there like to take your vulnerability and weaponize it against you. And that's where the gaslighting comes from. And I gaslight Hunty all the time, so I would know.
I gaslight Chloe all the time, and I would know.
I'm just kidding.
I think it's, especially think about it a lot, like, just to put it in the context of you listening right now, like, think about right now, like, really reflect, like, do you think that you put everyone else's needs before yours, like, a lot of the time? And if the answer is yes, just know that there's some work that needs to get done, because the more empathy that you can, like, kind of let go of in, like, certain situations, of course, I think the happier you'll become. And that's ultimately, I feel like the goal is to really learn to love your life. Like, love it.
So, like, next, if you're listening to this and you realize you're a people pleaser and you're super unapologetically, overly compensating, empathetic, don't tip your barista. Just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. Do something nice for yourself. Like, go to a movie on your own. Go to a restaurant and not invite anyone.
Yes, I agree. And I think just doing things for you. Like, if you don't want to go out tonight, girl, don't go out tonight. Like, don't try to be like, no, well, like, I know they want me to be there. Girl, do you want to be there? And if the answer is no, listen to it.
Oh my gosh. Like, off topic, but also in topic, I think, like, psychologists and, like, therapists, psychiatrists, like, all of those fields, I think they're so badass because they study the human mind. They could literally look at anyone who did the most fucked up shit and be like, I understand where that came from. I see.
I know. They really, like... Especially if they're, like, really good at what they do. I mean, that's kind of, like, everyone could be, like, good in their own way.
Yeah.
But, like, the idea of, like, how they can really empathize and start, like, looking at your whole life and being like, oh, well, that's why you do that. And I'm like...
Exactly.
True, but like, dang.
If you are in that mindset, like, you took a psychology course and it made you more empathetic, or you are in that field, or just in general, like, you're just very observant and you become... into that, like, oh, well, I understand because of this and this and this because of their childhood, let's just act like you don't know that. Like, if you are in that situation where you want to feel bad for the person because of their backstory, act like you are the most ignorant person and be like, I don't know anything about that, and just feel for yourself. You're like, okay, if someone you didn't know was ignorant and they thought that initially, would you give them shit for it?
That is such a good point. I'm actually really glad you touched on that, is the idea of, like, I feel like a lot of people that come out of psychology are, like, the ones, like, in their relationships, rather it be with their friends or, like, their significant other, where they're just like, well, they really had, like, a bad experience, so that's why they're treating me like that.
Act like you didn't know about their bad experience.
Like, you don't have to, like, again, you don't have to cater to everyone. Like, is that something you want to tolerate? And if that answer is no, don't. Period.
Yeah. You could acknowledge that shit and be like, I understand. I understand. But don't pull that shit with me.
Exactly. Like, I agree. That's a really good point. Like, I think that was really good to touch on because I feel like a lot of people are like that, of being like, oh, well, but I know that they had a really hard time. Like, this is why they're like this. It's like, again, like, okay, well, maybe we do know that that's why they're like this, but, like, you don't have to tolerate it. Point blank, period.
Like, your only job as a person is to just put your own needs first. Like, help people along the way. That's amazing. Yeah. But, like, put your own needs first.
Exactly.
No one's going to judge you for putting yourself first.
Exactly.
Can you imagine the audacity of someone getting mad at you because you literally just wanted to do things for yourself?
And the crazy thing is some people are like that, and those are not good people to be around. Trust me. That was interesting. That actually, I feel like we went on a whole little adventure there.
I know, that one, I really just want to get deep into those dive deeps. So I feel like we're diving, but, like, it's still shallow.
It's still shallow, guys. And that's why it's just like a whole, like, we're practicing. We're getting deeper. We're trying our best.
I know, like, literally give us feedback so we could do what we can't do.
Yes.
I just love listening to reviews of our podcast because Alea and Jasmine, I'm name dropping y'all.
Period. Name drop them.
They would tell us, like, how much they love our podcast, and if we have them as listeners, I feel like that's just so amazing. Like, and then imagine if someone we didn't know genuinely, like, listening to us talk. That's even more amazing. What?
It's so cool. So, like, actually, that's something that I've been really excited. Like, we are slowly growing our socials. So if you're not following, definitely follow, like, us on all our platforms because all of them are a little different. Like,
we bring a little difference to each table.
But it's just exciting because, like, we're kind of getting traction from people we don't know. Like, we're hitting that, like, new milestone. And it's just exciting to think about, like, oh my God, like, there's people out there listening to us that don't know us personally. But
we got feedback from someone we didn't know.
Yeah, like, that was so exciting. It's just exciting to, like, build this community because we're building it brick by brick.
Yeah, we're building this with love too.
Yes.
But
but I love you guys. I'm so grateful. I think this is one of my favorite, like, passion projects to ever happen, because it's like it feels so right. Like in my gut, I'm like, this was supposed to happen. Like everything led me to this podcast.
And I feel like this has been so awesome to do. Like I've never been so consistent at a passion project before.
We've been so consistent. Like even actually, there's been times where we like took a break, but like we didn't miss a beat. Like everything was
we bounced back.
Yeah,
we needed to take the break to like. Because we knew we needed to improve.
Yeah.
We can't just stay stagnant and act like sweep everything under the rug.
Exactly.
Which is why taking mental health days is
so important, you guys.
Yeah.
Like we talked, literally, let me plug our last episode. Listen to it. We talked about sometimes you need to like take times where you do nothing. Give it a listen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was today's episode. Please like, comment, subscribe. We will link everything in the links.
Yes.
The links are in the links.
The links are in the links, y'all. So we love you and we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.